Alright, what up, guys? So I'm just gonna pretty much just go over the trades I took for today. Just a nice little trade recap. So I didn't really see any major opportunities, I would say, until a little bit after 7. So the reason why I got interested in this long right here, and I did get stopped out, was because if we look at not the 233, but if we go a little bit larger to the 377 range, just let it load for a sec, we were coming into this 377R candle, coming into this retracement zone area, which, as soon as we're into the retracement zone area, I start looking for opportunities long if the range bar candle was an up close candle. In this case, it was. So then I want to switch to the 89. We'll just do, I guess we'll stick with the volumetrics. 89 volumetric. It's a little laggy. Probably because I just have quite a stuff up right now. But yeah, so you can see down here at this blue line, so pretty much at the top of this demand zone is when we enter that 50% retracement area on the 377R. So now we just look for our strat, our trade idea. It's the same thing every single day. It works. The reason why it works is it's just simple price action, breaking highs, breaking lows, so on and so forth. Doesn't need to be anything OD, honestly. Like, it's just simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That's just KISS. KISS is the analogy right there. Keep it simple, stupid. You do not need to have anything complex, honestly. Like, I don't really need to have these two lines right here with the black and what is this, like pink or red? Can't really tell. But yeah, all you really need is just simplicity. So once again, we're into that 50% range. Price makes a new low here. I do not pay attention to any of these lows, or I guess I do while it's occurring, but these lows are not important because it could not, nothing could occur in these areas. As you can see, no highs were really being broken. I mean, yeah, highs were being broken, but they weren't being closed past. So to me, that is just, if it doesn't close past on the first touch, it's just it's not important to me. I don't like seeing candles like this. So right here, we have a down close candle that couldn't close above this high, couldn't close this high, and just kind of retraces back, rejects it. So to me, that kind of signals all right, I'm not gonna even focus on this setup. I'm just gonna wait for the next one. The next one starts to arise right here. We have a low, we have this high. Let me get rid of these indicators. We'll just keep the 233, but we'll get rid of the 13s. And we'll get rid of the drawings for now, just so it's just a little bit clearer. All right. So you can see that I was gonna try to draw something, but all the drawings are already gone. Anyways. So what we got here is we got a low, we got this high up here. I'll draw a little box. Yeah. So this is the area we're focused in. We have a high, we have a low. Perfect. We don't want price to break above this high. We do not want price to break below this low. We want there to be some sort of I guess like some price action that's occurring inside this box. So what I mean by that is you can see that we have a high that was created within the box. We have a low that was created within the box. And we were able to close past this high. And as you can see, the very following candle, we get a push up. So to me, let me get rid of that. So to me, this candle right here is an entry candle. It signals that I should enter long. And you know, as soon as we're in like 5 to 7 points of profit, we scale out, or not even scale out, move to break even, excuse me. So that's exactly what I did. I entered, as you can see, I entered at 23,965, which is right here. So a little bit after the candle close, but that's just due to market fills. Excuse me. And, you know, we just target 10 points, which it definitely does do 10 points. Or you can also just aim for like half of this entry candle, because sometimes half of the entry candle, it kind of just tends to reverse, which is this orange line right here. As you can see, it clearly does. Although it definitely does move up a tiny bit higher, but ultimately comes back down lower. So yeah, we just enter. As soon as we're in a little bit of profit, bring to break even. Stop loss right down here below the entry candle. You could put it down here, but it's just way too wide of a stop loss for me personally. So stop loss just below the entry candle. Definitely once it hits that 50% area on the extension of the entry candle, so right up here, definitely just bring your stop loss to break even for sure. Especially if you're entered right where the entry candle closed. Just move it, because a lot of times price will just want to come back down and not hit your target, depending on what your target is. In this case, it definitely would have hit my target, but you know, it's not always the case. So then that was the first trade. Just to reiterate, we had the 377R retracement zone area. We have this box drawn out, indicating that this is, I guess, the demand zone that we're kind of hoping plays out well in our favor. We want to see a high within the box. We want to see a low created within the box. Then we want to see a confirmed breakout above this high, which it does right here. We want price to first touch back into this other tiny box I will draw from right here to here. So I can get rid of this bigger box, and now we're just focused on this box. As you can see, we had a close above the box here. Entry candle is here because it touched within the box, and it's an up close candle. So that's good for me. So I entered real quick for just a little 10-point play, which I would have had, but I got stopped out at break even, which is completely fine. I took 2 other setups, so we can go on to the 34. Where are we? Okay, so now I'm gonna get rid of this box, and we know that this box area is there as well, so I was still pretty bullish, I would say. So now let me bring this out a little bit. So now I am bullish, still bullish, and I wait for other opportunities to arise since I got stopped out right here. So what I do is I look at the 144, and I can see that, okay, we have a up close candle 144 here. I am bullish, so let me see if there is a little bit of a retracement into the 50% level, which you can see that it does retrace back into that zone. So we have the zone, where's my mouse? Right here. So we have the zone drawn out. I'm gonna make it a little bigger actually. So we have the zone drawn out. We retrace back in it. We have a nice little box that is formed from this high to this low. So what I'm looking for inside this box to occur is simply just a high to form first, then a newer low to be formed. Then I want to see that high being taken out and being confirmed. And what I mean by being confirmed is that there is a close above that high. So we can see that right here, maybe if I use arrows, it might help a little bit. Now we're just gonna do eclipse. So this high right here, we have this low right there. So now we want to see a break, a confirmed break above this high, which it happens right here at the 712, at 712. Now what we do is we wait for price to retrace back into the zone, which it does right here. And by the zone, that we're gonna have a new zone, which would be from this high to this low. So you can see that I do have a prior entry to following my rules, but I will explain as to why I entered. So the last trade I took, this trade, I will continue going back onto this one, but on the third and last trade I took was just simply for my rules. So we had a retracement back into this zone. We have the high, we have the low, confirmed the breakout. We wait for a retracement back into this new zone that we have drawn out. Once we get an up close candle, enter. As you can see, I enter, hit my target right here, just a nice little 10 points. You can put your stop loss right below here. It'll be like maybe approximately a 1-to-1. But what I do is I'll just bring it a little bit lower. I'll put it down to here, because I have seen instances where this low will kind of get taken out and then it'll go and hit the 10 points. So I'd rather just do that instead of just maybe just getting stopped out right here. And yeah, it is a negative RR, but as soon as I'm in like 5 to 7 points of profit, I always just bring to break even. So that was my third trade. And my second trade, this one, I entered prematurely because I saw something on the 21R, which is just a one time frame lower than the 34R for me. And if you're asking as to why I use like such specific numbers, it's simply just the numbers from this Fibonacci sequence. I'm a math guy, I like numbers, so I just felt comfortable just using these numbers as, you know, it's like a natural, it's natural numbers that occur in nature in many things, many applications, so I just prefer using it. So I saw something on 21R that I was interested in, and what I like to look for in order for me to go long a little bit prematurely is I want the high to be formed, and then I would like to see a low being formed as well. And you can see on the 21R, let me just bring it over from my other screen real quick. I'll put it maybe right here. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. So we can see this is the 21R. So it's just one time frame below 34R. We have this high correlates to this high, this low correlates to this low right here. So I wait for a green candle or like an up close candle after the low is formed, which occurs right here, which is this candle, which is somewhere around here. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now, let me see if there's a tiny zone formed inside of the potential new zone on the 34 range. As you can see, the 34 potential area is this. It's the same blocks being drawn out. But now I'm looking for a tiny demand zone on the 21 range and it respecting that. So I saw this, excuse me, sorry. So I saw this right here. I gotta change something on it. Snap mode, barn tick. So what I saw was this box, this zone. And you can see it respects it. I could have entered a little bit earlier, but I kind of just wanted to make sure. So I entered a little bit later. I was kind of waiting for the 34R to kind of close before I entered. But I could have entered a little bit earlier, but it's just like maybe, I don't know, 2 points earlier or so, 2 or 3 points earlier. But as soon as I saw this, I was like, all right, nice. So I'm in long, stop loss right below here, target right above here. It's about a 1-to-1. I felt good about it, and ended up being right. And then I just waited for the 34R to kind of come back down to re-enter, and that's that. It's just as simple as that. There's no need to make it complex. So those were my 3 trades I took today. Overall, not too bad. Definitely moving a little bit slow, I would say. Or maybe not slow, but kind of like it's just within these 2 ranges, honestly. By that, I mean, if we look on the 15, it's just been ranging between these 2 zone areas that I have kind of drawn out. But besides that, not too bad of a day. It's decent. So yeah, I'm telling you, this one trading style is all you need. Something that you truly believe in, and just stick to it. And I promise you, it'll take you to places that you never thought were possible. So, heads up, and you got it. Peace.